think it's the competitiveness. I've always been a competitor. Always like to show and give previous knowledge that I've been taught, and I've always liked to give back. So between the competitiveness of the sport and being able to give back, um, the skills that I've learned over time has always driven me to become a coach.
Yes.
I expect them to be just that, leaders. And for our sport, having six people on the court all contributing to whether or not we win or lose that match, everyone's a leader at their spot. Um, Being able to come through, and even though if you may lose your match, being able to keep your teammates up and cheer them on as they're going through their matches, knowing that every point that is going on counts. Um, so I guess I look for everyone to be just involved and positive throughout an entire match. This year, I think that we all need to step up. Last year, we kind of finished in the middle of the pack and a little inconsistent. But I think this year, with everybody pretty much returning, having a full returning team, I think that we all need to step up and play just a little bit better than we played last year, just so we can get over that hump to compete for our conference championship at the end of the year. Because I have a lot of multi-sport athletes, they prepare throughout the whole season because they're always in shape, playing other sports. Um, During our brief preseason that we do have, we we go hard. We go 9 o'clock at night, and it's a great commitment from those guys being able to come out that late and stay that late and being able to practice as hard as we do. Um, so I think that we prepare mentally and physically throughout the whole year, getting ready for our tennis season to start. Some of my goals are to, of course, finish with a better record than we did last year, to compete for that conference championship. Mitchell has won it the last 3 or 4 years. So being able to give them a match, usually we go and be defeated by them, probably like 7-2, 8-1, 9-0. So I'm looking forward to a more competitive match, giving it a 4 or 5 effort, and just being able to consistently compete with them uh, throughout the year. More just team bonding, having them get together and possibly just study, have some study sessions going on. Because we are off campus, I try to get them all to drive each other, carpool, try to save it, um, with us being, again, off campus. Just the carpooling aspect of everything to get them to know each other a little bit better. As far as on the court, we do a lot of team drills. I constantly mix up doubles teams so that each person can have a chance to play with another person on the team, just to see how they play. And with all the matches that go on, to be able to take criticism from each other, constructive criticism, of course, because being able to watch a match, you can pick out certain things that an opponent can't do very well, and being able to help your teammate relay that, and to help you win that match. We live by those rules. We try to, even as an athletic department, Frank always instills in us the fact of excellence, holding our kids accountable, making sure everybody works around with high integrity, and those are the things that as a coach you want your team to do. You want your team to be accountable for their actions, so we make sure that throughout our play, out of conference, in conference, when we go visit the schools, we live by those core values. We don't want any bad or negative actions towards our school happening on another school's campus. So, that's how they impact my team. I'll make sure that each person knows that we have to we're a higher standard, and we have to hold ourselves to that. Well, being a young season right now, but us being able to use an off-campus facility, making sure that when we're there, we treat it like as our own. Make sure we clean up, make sure we're very respectful to all of the employees that work there, and we make sure that we let them know we appreciate them being able to stay open just a little bit later so that we can get our practice time in. Those things are just some of the things that I make sure that our guys understand and know and are able to portray throughout throughout our tennis season. I try to tell my guys to make sure that when they play tennis, to understand that you know it's a gentleman's sport and you learn a lot about yourself. I try to make sure that every time we go out to practice, they learn something new about themselves and learn something new about their teammates. We do volunteer. I know a lot of my athletes are involved in the Big Brothers Big Sisters program, which a lot of them really do enjoy this program. They rave about having their big brother around them, being able to help them out with their schoolwork, and it also allows them to just be a mentor, be somebody that somebody else can look up to.